and welcome to Reed's Read Spider-Man Crawl Space Edition. Check us out at the SpiderManCrawlspace.com. Well, I'm back, everybody, to review the Symbiote Spider-Man issues 2 and 3 by Peter David and Greg Land. So let's get into the pros. First of all, I really like what Peter David really does because he's really taking pieces that happened just before his run back in the late 80s and actually explaining how the Hulk got out of his dimensional pieces. And I really like the use of the Norn Stone that Peter David works here, not only to bring out the power of the symbiont itself and give it that power, actually allows it to fight the Hulk and then land into the lost lands there with Moon Boy and Devil Dinosaur. But I also like how it's the precursor of actually bringing out the Guilt Hulk, which was a really early piece that Peter David wrote early on in his Hulk run about all the different multiple personalities that were bent up inside Bruce Banner from his rage and other pieces over his childhood. So I really like how he brings that together, as well as using the continuity with Doctor Strange and Black Cat. I like the fact he actually has the nice kind of little odd couple feeling between Doctor Strange and the Black Cat. Leads to some hilarious comedy. And I also like the fact that Nora, the Queen of the Norn, how she has been using the villain areas of actually what she wants the Norn Stone for and how she wants to bring that power, and the fact that everything's been an inconvenience now thanks to the Spider-Man and of course with the Hulk now messing everything else up. And I really do like how they really take a little pieces of the 80s here, especially Moon Boy and Devil Dinosaur, which is of course very popular right now with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, and really weave that into the different tribes and aspects of the relationship between the early days of the Hulk and of course Spider-Man when he was wearing the black suit. And it really makes for a nice little story, but that kind of leads to the cons. I kind of feel like we're kind of getting just thrown for a little dimensional fun here. I mean, the Symbiote Spider-Man has worked very well being kind of the untold tales during the Black Costume saga during the 80s and leading into the early 90s. And Peter David wide very well with it. It feels like he likes to throw things out there in concepts and kind of just hoping that it's going to just work out. And why he definitely works with little pieces, like I said, with Moon Boy and Devil Dinosaur, and of course the end with the Deviants at the end of issue 3 here. I do feel like this is just one of those issues where it's just kind of like having fun and just, making up the story as it works itself out. Why we know that Nora then everything with the Norn Stone, because she wants to start making more of a power base to take over, of course, Asgard in this storyline. It kind of feels like she's just kind of the sub-bad guy in the background, and the real fun's really with the Hulk and Spider-Man during all this. So while it's one little fun little story, it does feel like it's kind of just one of those storylines that just basically kind of clean up some things as well as lead everything that worked with Peter David during his work too. Also, Greg Land's artwork is pretty much hit or miss. Some of the artwork is fantastic, and some of it you can tell it's a little bit of the trace shapes of some of the various characters working through it that didn't quite seem more relevant in the previous Symbiote Spider-Man lore lines. But otherwise, it is a fun story, so I'm actually going to give it an A-. It's been a lot of fun issues 1 through 3 here, and I'm looking forward to how this is all going to come to a conclusion and how it leads to when the Hulk, of course, showed up in Peter David's run here. So it's been a fun story. I kind of want to wait to see where it goes. So I've been really enjoying the Symbiote Spider-Man mini-series, so it's an A- for me. And on that note, everybody, I'm actually going to be wrapping it up really early here, getting ready for the big Spider-Man 875 review coming up in a few days. So for more information, check us out at the Spider-Man Crawl Space and our various medias, especially Discord and the podcast. And otherwise, I will see you in a couple of days for the big 875 review. Catch you on this Crawl Space.